Sorry.
And we're live.
In my day, we recorded on wax cylinders.
That's racist.
It's Saturday night. Wait, why would that be racist?
Because they're black cylinders, man.
I said wax.
I was gonna say, I thought you said wax.
I thought he said black. Welcome to Monday Night Cultural Appropriation with Tentacles.
Welcome to Monday Night Mishearings.
Well, we're playing Traveler. We're poetless again, and these guys are in a little bit of a pickle. Notice that Brian always manages to not be around when the shit hits the fan.
Yep.
Actually, the shit hasn't hit the fan. You guys kind of started making it hit the fan, and then Count Bansar pulled the brakes on it. So why don't we introduce ourselves, and then we'll get into all that. And we'll start with Rodney.
Hello, I am Rodney. I am playing Count Geoffrey Vansar of the Ganymede Vansars. Apparently has gone from Commissar to Peacemaker.
One fell swoop. Nick. Who you playing, buddy?
I'm playing Scabious Pip. He is the last living descendant of the Elon Musk clone bloodline. He's the last descendant of the only viable clone of Elon Musk, and thus the last heir to the fortune. Unfortunately, the fortune has dwindled by now, and it is actually gone now that Scabious Pip spent all of it on a spaceship whose hyperdrive was broken, so he couldn't actually try to get off of the planet that he was stuck on. However, he has been hanging out with these guys for a while now, and he hopes that to eventually escape into outer space once their adventures are over, I guess.
All right, and finally, WJY.
Hello, I am, how you say, Russian Guyovich. I come from the people's paradise, where we have latest technology, like a car that moves and bullets. We also know how to wonder the right questions. Like, why is Commissar not shooting weird, strange creature?
Well, okay. So, we will have to ask ourselves, why is Commissar not shooting weird, strange creature? Because last time you guys had wandered off the beaten path and found an underground tunnel led into a vast cavern lit by nothing. There was a strange altar down there, and you heard the lapping sounds of a body of water when a phosphorescent skeleton thing came at you, and Russian Guyovich opened fire. And she was kicking your ass until the Commissar decided that it might be a good idea to try and contact this thing using his psionic powers. And come to find out that she was just this thing down there that was worshipped by the townspeople against her will. They sacrificed to her, and
Stole part of her power.
basically, yeah, stole her power and kept her prisoner under there. You weren't able to like do anything about that, but you stopped fighting her, and she gave you some advice.
Don't try to
I
leave
hope you're
town after dark.
well. No, it was the only time you would be able to leave town would be after dark. But
Oh,
um, and then something about light making shadows.
yes, very
And so
cryptic.
yes, you find yourselves underneath in this vast cavern lit by only the things that you have. I think you have some candles that you stole from some sconces in the chateau above you. So, what are you guys going to do? You're down there. You don't know how long you've been down there. It seems like forever, and just because you have no frame of reference.
Right.
And you're poetless. There's
Um,
normally you would have Pyrock Hull Cutter, Raconteur, among many other functions.
Right. Um, I don't know. I maybe we should. I will. I presume we still have our connection to our eldritch friend.
The skeleton woman.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're still yeah.
Okay. I will ask if there are any exits close by.
She says if there were any exits that I can get to, I think I would have tried them a long time ago.
All right.
And once again, you're not hearing this in English or
Right.
anything. You're
Right.
just kind of like getting the impressions of this,
Right.
but
Right. Right.
it's kind of like the sardonic response.
Right. Um. Do the people only come here through this amphitheater thing?
Yes, it's the only food I'm allowed. Let
Okay.
that sink in.
All right. Um. Yeah. So I guess the way out of here is back the way we came. Gents.
um, question though, has enough time passed for me to be able to use my healing powers?
We don't know how much time has passed.
Well, he could always try.
Yeah.
Roll a d6.
All right, I will
Do it.
roll a d6.
Do it. Do it.
5.
Yes.
Hooray!
So it has been at least 24 hours since the last time you used your healing powers.
Comrades, at least a day has passed since we were in cave.
I don't think that's accurate.
I can tell because I was able to make myself less injured.
Well, the last time you used your healing powers was when you were in the air quote hospital, right?
Oh, right, in the hospital.
Did you use your
Sorry,
healing powers when you were down here?
no, because I couldn't use them after I was in the. That's right, after we got into the hospital.
So yeah, it's been 24 hours since then, not since you got down here. Or it could be.
Huh.
But as far as you know, it's been over a day. The only thing you really know is it's been over a day since you last used your powers.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you use them down here, then no, you can't use your powers. So they're
No, I
by
didn't use
not
my powers
saying it.
down. Yeah, I wasn't able to use my powers while we were down here because I put not a bypass. So, yeah.
Well, we still need to figure out a way to get out of here, right?
Back the way we came is my suggestion.
That's probably a good way to do it.
All right, so I'm just going to ask: does anyone have any tracking-ish skills?
No.
Probably was the scout. That was probably the scout.
I read papers on how to do that.
Yeah, like I have jack of all trades, I think.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Between
All
my
right.
jack of all trades and your jack of all trades, we're gonna jack the shit out of all these trades.
All right, so you could make this roll. It's going to be a straight up 2D roll. You can each try it.
I rolled a 7.
I rolled a 4. A 5, I guess, with the jack of all trades, but fuck, like
Jack of all trades.
Oh, that doesn't give you the
anything.
bonus.
It just allows you to make that roll.
That's right.
All right.
I did not make that. Fuck.
All right. So I'm going to say that Russian Guyevich thinks he can get you back. The problem is there's not a lot of landmarks. It's a lot of the same, and your candles only have so much of a radius. But you do know that the sound of the water is coming from a direction, and you can kind of remember in general what direction that was from when you were going toward it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you can pick your way back, I guess, using that roll. It takes a while. It's painstaking until after time enough that you now are starting to feel like the gnawing of hunger, which is odd because up until now you hadn't felt that.
Well, that's interesting. Growling of stomach.
And which sounds really loud. It might even startle you when the first one happens. But you come upon that altar after a while. Once you get to the altar, you guys can make another roll and try and see if you can like get the general direction from where the altar is. So that's
So I lied.
Jack of all trades.
I don't have Jack of all trades. That was my last character. That was not Scabious Pip. So
Wait,
we're relying.
Scabious Pip is a different character than Elon 3-1B.
He doesn't have it.
Oh, he does not have it.
See? Yeah.
Damn. So it's own. You've been
I
doing
got-
that all fucking game.
Yeah.
Doing the whole thing. All right. Fair enough. It's okay. So it's just you, Wes.
Okay. I will be navigating with the excellent training provided by the people. So yeah. So yeah, what was it? So what was it I need doing besides pointing and navigating?
You need to make a roll.
Oh, yeah, roll.
Dude,
okay.
you rolled the bare minimum that got you back to the altar.
Okay, I will roll again. Wish us luck.
Luck.
Ooh.
Luck.
Did you say you rolled a 2?
I did roll 2.
My apologies for wishing you luck.
So you wander further into the darkness, and you hear the sounds of the water are faded in the distance, but you keep on. Nothing looks familiar. I know it's a lot of the same, but like even like, you know, even in a cave like this, there's certain things that stand out, you know, and you're not seeing anything that. It's hard to tell though because you have never been here before, but after a very, very long time, and now you're at the point where you're tired, and have you ever seen those old Tex Avery cartoons where they're on a shipwreck or something, and one guy looks at the other and he looks like a chicken leg,
What?
and
Yes.
Yep.
the other guy looks at him and he looks like a hamburger. Kind of where you're at. You're like you, and it's more of the same, and it's all just dark. And now your candles are starting to run out. And the silence surrounds you. And maybe every once in a while you can hear the of water dripping.
Nice. Nice touch.
Thank you. What are you guys gonna do? Now, keep in mind, you are in full lederhosen.
Yep.
Yep.
Where are you taking us, Guyevich? None of this looks familiar.
I am taking you, whereas the people's great intelligence knows that we must go. We must trust in the wisdom of the people, as provided. You all commies are I'm talking about. We trust in that wisdom.
I am the people, or one of the people, and I have no idea where we're fucking going, Guyevich.
Should we just turn around like you suggested earlier? Or are we too late for that now?
You roll. He rolled a 2. You guys are lost.
I am
No.
knowing exactly where we are. We are next to this rock.
No. Oh no.
Yes. Exactly.
Well.
You think you hear some snuffling coming from distance.
Snuffling.
Let's head away from the snuffling. I think that would be a good idea.
Unless the snuffling is back the way we came, or away from the snuffling is back the way we came.
Yeah.
Snuffling.
It's a fair. It's a fair point.
So what are you guys doing?
Well, I mean, Guyevich was in charge of leading us out of here.
How loud are you guys during this discussion?
You ever seen Lawrence Arabia when he's singing The Man Went to Monte Carlo?
No, let's just put it in terms that aren't vague.
Not particularly quiet.
All right, so you guys are having a heated argument. Well, it was Guyevich who got us into this. That, like, kind of not like loud, but not.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yep, that's fair.
and what else are you doing while you're bickering?
I am going to drift forward in the direction that we were going, trying to at least guide them along into some sort of direction.
Okay.
Like a Midwest goodbye, or a Minnesota goodbye, where I'm talking to them and kind of like moving along the path in the direction we were already pointing.
All right, so I'm gonna ask who has candles. I mean, you all do, but who has lit candles? Because I'm gonna say that you all noticed that they were getting low.
I'll have a lit candle. I will be the brave one that is being completely obvious.
How about Pip?
Oh,
So I have
Are you-
Vansar is going forward, kind of like half facing you, kind of pushing on with his candle.
I follow him.
Is your light on?
No.
To be fair, it's hard to see with the light off. I mean, like candles
All right,
don't give out. All right.
Yeah, my lights. I'll be right back.
All right. And how about Russian Guyevich?
Let's see. Well, I think it would be hard for me to hold candle while holding rifle, as I always have to be ready to shoot the enemies of the people.
So you're
Okay.
not. So you're not holding a candle.
I don't like candle.
All right. So I'm going to have Vansar roll a d6, right?
Okay.
And you could represent yourself and Pip.
Okay.
Gaievich, you can roll a d6 to represent yourself.
I'm rolling 4.
I got a 6.
All right. Rodney, roll again.
1.
Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right.
just them and me.
So, you guys set out back out, and because you guys are kind of like bickering like the Three Stooges, it's a little too late when you hear something kind of like a swift intake of breath, and then a gate of something coming toward you, and it reaches the light of Vansar and Pip's candles, and it's a huge fucking bear.
Oh shit!
Like a brown bear, right? Which confuses you because everything you've seen on this world was alien, right? Even like the stuff from Earth that was transplanted was corrupted and alien, and here is like it's a fucking bear.
It's a bear.
And to quote Stan's uncle in South Park, it's coming right for us. So, so this, to be fair, I initially rolled a 6 and tied with Rodney. So it's going to go first, and then Rodney and Pip can go, and then Russian Gaievich can go last. All right.
All right.
And it will attack Gaievich because he rolled the lowest initially. So Russian Gaievich, there's a big honking bear bearing down on you. So
bearing down on you.
Gnashing with its teeth and claws. So it's going to have 3 attacks. Claw, bite. So the first claw comes at you and hits. The second claw misses. And the third claw, or the teeth hit. So you are going to take 6 damage on the claw and 7 damage on the teeth as it like grabs you, pushes you down, and starts to eat at you.
Well, let's see. Endurance is gone. Strength gone. Dexterity down by 2.
Okay, so Gaievich like crumples.
Like bones.
All right, so Pip and Vansar, what are you guys doing?
I guess shooting my laser rifle at this thing.
Go for it.
Okay, so you are. It's a regular rifle, right?
I thought I had that badass like 4D
Oh, you have
laser,
Yes, you have the laser rifle.
laser carbine.
Laser carbine. Yes.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, all right. So you're gonna roll a 5 to hit this
I got a 5. We rolled a 5.
thing. Plus your bonus,
Oh,
right?
I rolled a 4 and got a 1 with the bonus.
All right.
I got the
Fair
5.
Okay, so roll your damage for
right.
4D.
Oh shit. 16. Damn.
All right. Yeah, you like nailed the fucking thing, and it like rears up from what it's doing to Gaievich. There's a little bit of like Gaievich hanging out from its mouth, and it lets out like this yowl, and you could smell burning fur, and it just like takes off and starts to limp away as fast as it could. But not before Van Sar has a chance to do what he wants to do.
I will try to rush forward and retrieve the remains of Gaievich, what's left of him.
Okay, so Gaievich is in enough of a pickle that moving him is bad.
Oh shit. He's dead.
No, he's not dead, but he's done. He needs medical treatment ASAP.
I have medical 1.
That's fine. And because Cheapskate isn't here, I'll let you use one of the med.
Oh shit. Jesus. Why does it keep rolling 100 dice at a time? What does the med pack do?
So it's going to add a number that I will determine to how much you heal him if you heal him.
Okay. I got an 8 total. I rolled a 7 and then I have medical 1.
Okay. All right. So it's going to heal you 10 points.
Damn.
Gaievich.
Let us be seeing.
This is like the doom medicine. So how does that bring any of your shit up past 0?
Yep. Endurance is back at full. Strength is half, and dexterity is down by 2.
Okay. So you're bandaged up and you stop bleeding and you're stabilized. You can make it.
It is miracle. I am being healed.
But you still are hopelessly lost underground. There's a bear out there, or at least just one, maybe. Bear.
Comrades, we must go away from bear. That way.
Well, bear can't live down here. There must be a way out. So maybe we should follow the wounded bear as it runs to safety.
All right. I will give you a bonus of +2 on your air quote tracking roll, because to see if you can follow that blood trail.
All right. I'd be tracking with the blood. You said +2 bonus?
Yes.
That's a 6.
Unfortunately, the drops are too few and far between. As you start heading out in the direction the bear was heading, but you see no sign of it. But eventually you do, if you keep on going straight, you run into, like, I guess, a cavern wall. It's rough. It's damp, cold and damp. And you can feel a breeze, a slight breeze coming from the right.
Well, what do you
Let's
see,
go to
guy
the
bitch?
breeze. I feel the breeze. This is the place. I'm discovering way out.
Well, lead the way then.
And I go towards bees. For breeze I go.
So you start going. Who's in what order, I guess, and like how are you doing this? Like, because like now it's dark. Your candles are starting to sputter, and you have this wall that you can kind of feel your way around.
All right, Guyevich is first since he's doing the tracking. I will, I guess, go in the middle. And then,
Yeah, you'll be in the safety of the middle.
yep,
I'll
rifle in front of me and a laser carbine behind me.
I'm fine with that. That's fine.
So you feel your way along the wall, and you
Steve?
and as you
Oh, you're cutting out, buddy.
Yeah, you are.
We heard eat, and then feel yourself. Yeah.
No, that's exactly what happened.
say what?
You were cutting out on us. We couldn't hear anything
Yeah.
you were narrating.
Yeah. You got to repeat like the whole thing over. Sorry.
Oh, from where? God damn it!
You feel your way along the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, the breeze gets stronger. Never a lot. Never a huge amount. But it's enough that you can smell fresh air as you approach this irregular spot of it's a patch of lighter darkness.
Lighter darkness, huh?
Yeah. It's instead of being pitch, it's now trying to think of something slightly lighter than pitch.
Slightly acute.
No, no one's talking about angles.
Oh. Oh. Anthracite. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so it's black as coal in here.
It's black as coal in there, except for this one irregular patch towards which you're going. And you feel a breeze.
Okay. Has the breeze been getting stronger as we travel?
Yes.
Okay, then we'll go toward this not quite as dark patch.
All right. So you make your way through, and it starts to. There's an odor. It smells like excrement and musk as you approach this patch, and you can see it resolves. It's an opening into a larger room that is not quite as dark.
All right. Can we tell anything about this room, like an further exit out, or?
Are you going into the room?
Yes.
All right. So you crawl into the room first. First Pip, and then Van Sar, then Gajovich, and it's it looks old, like it hasn't been it hasn't seen use in a while. It's dark, so a lot of it is feeling. You feel the crunch of something under your feet.
Ooh.
And the walls seem to be made of concrete rather than stone. Where you came in looks like just a big tear. Something cracked it open. And then there are niches set into the walls. Then you can see there's a short. There's a little bit of light coming from up a short amount of stairs, and it looks like there is a huge set of heavy doors there.
Well, better than what we've had so far. Let's push open those doors.
Oh, those doors are really heavy.
Come on, give me a hand with this, guys.
Yes, Commissar.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that Van Sar, well, you're not budging it by yourself.
Everybody,
I'd be helping.
I'll help too.
All right. So, Wes, your strength is
2.
2. Rodney, your strength is
6.
And Nick, your strength is
7, I think. Yeah, 7.
all right. All right. Who wants to roll the dice?
Nick can roll the dice this time. I rolled for us in the cave.
I rolled a 6.
Well, it's a strength test, so you're rolling under. And and your target was 15 because that was your combined strength. So congratulations. You push against it and it gives a little. And you push against it and it gives a little. And then you find a rhythm. So as it comes back and it's about to rebound out, you use that momentum with your strength and burst it open. And the first thing is you are flooded with light. And you're all blinded by the sheer brilliance. And as that comes down, you see you are in. Say what?
We see Bruce Springsteen.
I don't know, but I'm feeling wrapped up like a douche.
You see, it's a deuce, and you see Manfred Mann.
He does have the better version. You're right.
And he wrote it.
Did he? Oh, shit. That's why he has the better version.
Well, maybe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he wrote it. I might be wrong on that. I might be lying. But it is a better version of that song. All right. You are in. It looks to be the graves in a churchyard, and you step out of it. There's an raw iron fence encircling, maybe 30 graves in this mausoleum that you came out of, and next to it there's a small looking church on a hill in the woods. The leaves on the trees are gone. It seems to be autumn. There's a nip to the air. You're all wearing lederhosen.
With our jumpsuits underneath.
Yes. But you weren't later. You can hear the river in the distance. Birds chirping. Damn, I should have made it midsummer. Oh well. Lost opportunity.
All right. Well, I remember the newspaper from our convalescence room saying something about a meteor having crashed to the east of the town. Is it possible to see the smoke from those fires from where we are?
No. So you taking a look around, you could. Well, I mean, you're in a church. There's a forest. You're in the middle of a forest, basically. There's a path from the church leading through the forest, through the woods. There's a sign that says to grandmother's house.
Oh, nice.
No, there's not. But it's got that kind of feel to it.
It's got that kind of vibe. Well, I think what do you think, guys? Should we just camp here? This is about as safe as we can get.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to camp in the woods?
We're gonna camp in the
take a look
sanctuary.
All right, so you're going to break into the church. Excellent.
Yes.
So how are you approaching the church?
Quietly, just in case there's somebody inside. But basically, right up the front door.
All right. Well, the doors are locked.
I would like to use my mechanical skill. To try to jimmy the lock.
Okay. Make a mechanical roll.
That is 8.
All right. So you are able to. It's a pretty primitive lock, and you are able to pick it. You open the doors, and there's a small, like maybe 5-foot foyer. There's a wall to your left and a wall straight in front of you. Next to the wall straight in front of you is what looks like a font with water.
I'm gonna
On
grab
the
a journal.
on the wall behind the font are there's post-its, like there's notices tacked to the wall in German.
All right, now everyone's been speaking German and we understand it. Do we understand written German?
You've read written German.
Ah. All right. Yeah.
I'm just saying that that's kind of weird too.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll take a look at these written notices and see what they say.
They're all pretty mundane. There's a list of times for services, times for different study groups. There's lists. There's postings for little Greta will babysit for 3 marks, that kind of thing, right?
Okay.
It's like a community posting.
Community posting board. Okay. Yeah. Does it appear to have a passage or door to the inner sanctuary part?
Well, there is on the right. There is an archway that leads into a room lined with pews. At the front, so that room is aligned perpendicular to you going into it, if that makes any sense. Right? So you're not coming in from the back, you're coming in from the side. And there's more pew space in the back, right? Mm-hmm. There's like 3 rows of pew or 4 rows of pews. And then as it approaches the altar, it narrows. So you go from 3 to 1 row, a single row of pews, right? And lining the walls around the sanctuary are different, I guess, bas reliefs. Well, they would be different paintings of, Jesus doing various things while he's being tortured.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, Stations of the Cross.
Yes. You call it that. I'll call it what I call it. Above the it's just kind of funny. So above the walls of the part where the altar is, there's a few stained glass windows, and this is just because evil kind of looks like a penis.
Naturally.
I think they all kind of look like penises, but
makes perfect sense to me.
There are some like some of the pews have prayer books on them, opened, like hard, it's like not hardbound but leather bound, right?
Right.
Some of the prayer books are stuffed into the pew in front of it. Some randomly, some of the genuflecting pads are out. Some of them are shoved back in. There on the altar, there is an array of votive candles lit.
I replenish my candle by grabbing a new one.
Well, I'll be taking candle as well.
So as you guys are, and what are you doing, Vansar?
Yeah, I suppose I'll grab a candle myself.
All right. So they're votive candles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're tiny. As you guys are raiding the holy candles, you hear a door close behind you, and there is a young man in a cassock who looks at you, takes off his spectacles, wipes them off on the hem of his robe, puts them back on, and says, "I'm sorry, I didn't hear you come in. Can I help you?"
We were just seeking shelter for the evening. We seem to have gotten lost in the woods.
In the woods, shelter. And he glances up at the at a clock, and his eyes grow wide. And he says, "Why are you wandering in the woods at this time?"
We're new here and not entirely up to date on all the local color.
Yeah, we didn't mean to be wandering the woods at night.
I am Count Jeffrey Vansar.
As a matter of fact, I wish I wasn't wandering the
This
woods at
is
night.
Russian Guyevich and Scabious Pip.
He says, he looks at you and says, "Why are you wearing those ridiculous?" Anyway, where are my manners? Please, you look half starved.
Yes, we are.
And he brings you back into the offices. And there's a few rooms in the back at the balls section of the penis, and where they keep spare robes and regalia and stuff. But he brings you into a tiny office, and he brings out a card table, and he opens it up, and he starts rummaging around in the pantry. He goes, "Well, I wasn't expecting visitors, and I only have humble fare, but I think I have some soup I could give you."
Ah, yes, soup.
So he takes out a match and lights the stove, and starts to putter around, and he says, "So, what brings you to Ingstock?"
The heavenly bodies of a sort. We would very much like to examine this meteor that crashed nearby.
He looks for a second panicked and visibly calms himself down and says, you really don't want to go there? It's a trek and you'd never make it."
How so?
He kind of like gulps, and he says, "The church was locked. How did you get in?" And he starts fumbling for his key. How well did you make that lock picking mechanical?
8. So
All right.
dead on.
He rushes out. Um, he rushes out. You hear footsteps. It's not like a very well made building. You could hear him go to the front door, and then you could hear like a thud and sobbing.
Um, I'll follow him
The
up.
soup starts to boil over on the stove.
Guyevich, take care of the soup. I'll check on our benefactor.
I will take care of soup. I proceed to make soup disappear.
So Vansar, you go out and he's in that little foyer, and he is on his knees. He's crying, and he's crossing himself, and he's looking at the door, and he looks up at you and he says, "You've doomed us all."
What do you mean by that?
He he gets up and staggers to one of the pews and sits down in it and puts his head in his hand, and he's crying, and he says, they'll come. That
Who's they?
door, all of them, since that, and he says a word. He says, "No, it's a damned thing. That meteor. Ever since it landed, ever since it hit the the people in this town, have one by one just turned."
Turned.
Ew.
What do you mean? Perhaps, my good friend, you should start from the beginning, and maybe we can come up with a way to help you.
He takes his glasses off, and his hand is shaking like a palsy. And he puts him down haphazardly on the pew and rubs his face. And he says, "This town has always been cursed. It is literally the worst parish that you can be assigned to. The
Oh, my
people are
friend, I
lost.
think I can come up with the worst parish.
They're nominally they're pagans, these people. There's not a lot of churchgoers. Um, I, I I tried to save them, but none of them really wanted that. They had these rites in the under the mountain, blasphemous, blasphemous things. I honestly, I spend most of my time here praying and avoiding them. Um, and I suppose we had come to a a balance of sorts where I left them alone and they ignored me. I would go into town to pick up supplies, and every day pray that something would happen to release me from this. And, well, I guess they say the Lord works in mysterious ways.
That has been my experience, yes.
Because that damnable meteor hit, and then everything changed. I don't know if it was the wrath of God or what, but now it's almost as if their very blood is poisoned. And they were pagans and they participated in heinous rites, but that is between them and their maker, and they get their just rewards when the time comes. And I don't honestly believe any of them would make it into the kingdom of heaven unless I'm very, very sorely mistaken in my faith. But now that hell that should be awaiting them after death has descended upon us here. And they wander around. Can you be a cannibal if you're no longer human?
I am afraid I was far more interested in the ladies than my philosophy classes.
Well, they aren't interested in the barriers, the usual barriers of holy ground. Or maybe just there's no holy ground here.
Well,
but that door was the only thing keeping them out, and now it's broken.
Do you expect them to come tonight?
I fear that when night comes, we must all be prepared. I see that you all have firearms, and I think it would be best if you would save the last ones for yourself.
Why don't we go somewhere for shelter that we can hide from these things from?
Where? We're miles from anywhere.
I was hoping you would know. Damn. Oops.
All right, so the door is broken, like the lock is broken, or
Yes, you. What when you opened it, you just weren't really thinking about keeping it intact.
Right. How long do we have till night?
All right. You have 2 hours.
All right. All right, so 2 hours. Well, first off, I'd like to hit some of that soup, and then I believe we should barricade the door with some of these pews.
He brightens up, says, "Do you think that'll work?"
Well, between that and our weapons, we should be able to at least give it the good old college try. We should be able to give it the good old college try.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds like something. Yes. Let's eat the soup, and yes, let's do that. Let's barricade them out. Yes, we can do that. The soup is
I thought we were like seeing each other as walking turkeys, roast chickens and stuff. That's probably the best soup we've ever had.
Okay, fair enough.
It
Fair
is.
enough. It's amazing soup. You haven't had soup like that since the accursed Earth can.
Yeah.
Tastes like my mother made.
Once you've fortified yourselves with the power of soup,
because soup is good food.
It is. Everyone who is injured can take their injured stats and bring them halfway between 0 and their maximum, unless of course it's past that, whichever's higher. If your current's higher than half your stat, then don't bother doing it. All right. So now comes the construction montage. So Vansar, right?
Yep.
You have mechanical and electronics. So we'll just use your mechanical. You notice that. Oh, and Pip, you have engineering.
I have engineering and mechanical. No, wait, hold on. Yeah, I have mechanical and engineering.
All right. So as you guys are taking apart pews and nailing them to the door, you see that there's a couple of other points that probably could be shorn up as well. Some of the windows look like they're not quite at ground level, but something could possibly definitely get in through there.
All right, we will go full on zombie apocalypse fortification montage.
Okay, as you are making the zombie apocalypse fortification montage, and you see the light going down and dimming, and you see the moon rising. Everyone, please give me intelligence roll.
Which one? Which number is the intelligence one again?
4. And if you have engineering, actually, or mechanical, you can grab a bonus of what your score is.
We're trying to roll under, right?
Yes, and use that as a negative modifier.
Okay.
My intelligence is 9. I rolled a 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got under.
I failed that.
I passed.
So who made the roll?
Wes did.
Just Wes?
No, I did too.
Okay. How about Rodney?
No, I did not.
Okay. So Rodney's at the door hammering it up, and you have Wes Vansar's at the door hammering it up, and you have Guyevich and Pips are getting the windows. Pips has like 3 nails in his mouth, when he's holding. Guy just holding it up, and he's hammering a nail in, and he takes another one out of his mouth, and both of you look at each other at the same time, and then your mouth drops open and the nails fall out as you both realize that if he was so worried about that fucking door and all these windows are exposed as well, why wouldn't he have been like eaten beforehand?
Oh God.
And just as you realize that, you see him on the floor on all fours, and his arms stretch out, and his nails elongate, and his face elongates into a muzzle, and he grows 3 sizes too big, and his cassock rips.
Can I shoot him?
Yeah.
And he,
I'm doing the same.
well,
While
the
he's
thing is, well, here's the thing.
There's a
Y'all
Careful.
are constructing. You're all nailing stuff. While he's doing that, I'll let you make dex rolls to see if you can scramble to your weapons. So, who wants to make the? What? Not Rodney yet.
Right.
I got below my dex. My dex is 9, and I rolled a 6.
I failed.
All right. So Pip throws Gaievich aside as he dives for his backpack, and he like chucks it on. It's going to take you, a round to get that fucking thing on.
Do I need the backpack on? Can't I just be shooting him, or do I need the backpack on to stabilize myself for some shit?
Yeah. I mean, you have to have the backpack because the hose is enough to go from the back of the carbine to the back. It's it's
All right.
it's not very immobile thing. But you start to you jam one hand into the thing and put the strap over your shoulder and get the other one ready, and then you all hear this inhuman howl, and it's echoed on the outside.
What the hell is that?
Ruth.
Okay. So I'm going to ask, what are you guys doing? Roll D6.
Who?
Any one of you.
I rolled 2.
You rolled a 2?
Yeah.
All right. So here's the situation. Robbie, you are in the
Yes.
front foyer area, right?
Yep.
You hear this howl or you hear a scuffle, right? Maybe them going, "Oh shit!"
What?
And then
What
you
is
hear
it?
this, and then you hear this howl, and you turn the corner and you see priest werewolf, more or less.
More or less.
Looking over towards the direction of Pip and Gaievich. I will give you a luck roll. I'm not going to say that your shotgun is going to be with you.
But I also have a revolver.
Okay, that is definitely with
Yeah, I would imagine that's on my hip at all times.
you. Yeah. Yes.
Yep. I'll take a revolver shot.
All right. Hold on.
I am running for rifle.
All right. All right. Okay, so take your revolver shot. You are trying to hit a. Where are you, revolver? There we go. You are trying to beat a 10.
I got a 10 on the dot.
All right. Roll the damage.
All right, it's 2D on a revolver.
It's 3D minus 3.
On a revolver?
Yes.
My book said 2.
Oh, all right. Well, my chart says 3D minus 3.
Okay. Well, I'll use my chart.
Yeah, I'm use my chart.
8 minus 3 is 5, so I'd say.
All right. Wes, you are diving for your rifle.
Yes.
Give me a dex. Oh no, you missed it last time when you were trying for it first. So you make it on this round. You're able to grab your rifle.
Let's see. Dang it! I rolled an 8, and my dex is currently
No. I because you didn't do it last time. You weren't able to get the jump. Just you grab your rifle. That's what you're doing this round. Okay. You don't have to roll dex twice. All right, Pip. What are you doing? You have your carbine is on now. You can.
I'm gonna shoot it.
All right. You are trying to beat a 5.
I got a 6. Okay. Cool.
All right. Roll your damage.
Damn. It's 19. Shit. Pew pew.
All right. Yeah. So you shoot it, and that familiar smell of burning hair cuts through everything, and then it rears up, and you realize that holy shit, it's the bear.
Oh. Ooh.
And it's pissed. So it turns towards Pip. And it's the same thing. It's going to try and claw you and then bite you.
No.
So it needs to be a 6. Hit. So you are going to take 4, and then 5, and then 3.
That's all. I can take them to different things, right?
Yeah. So the 4 has to be on one, but the rest of them you can.
You said 4. You said 4, 5, and 3, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It lets out a bellow. Okay. We'll just go in the same order. Rodney.
Yep, I'll let off another revolver shot.
Okay.
Uh,
Are you closing in on it? Are you staying where you are?
I'm holding position and shooting.
Okay.
But that is a 7, so that's a
All
miss.
right. So that goes wide. Um, Russian Guyevich, you have your rifle now.
God.
There's a bear in a priest's cassock who is mauling Scabious Pip.
Fuck.
Well, I believe it is sin to witness false bear, so I will clear sin with the bullets.
Okay. So with a rifle, you are trying to beat a 5.
I had to get over.
Yes.
Oh, I definitely make that then.
All right. So roll your damage. It's 3 dice.
Let's see. That's a 10.
All right. And now, Pip, you can either fire at it at point blank with your laser carbine, and that's going to be you beating an 8, or you can try and get out from under it, which would be like a dex roll, and put a little bit of distance between you and it, or anything really. But
I'm gonna try to kill it.
all right, so you roll your dice. So you're trying to beat an 8.
I got a 10.
All right, roll your damage.
I got 18. Damn, 18. I probably should have tried to go. We already
Yeah,
killed
so
them.
you blow, you stick your carbine right under its chin and just shoot the laser, and it slices through its neck, and blood gouts everywhere. And then the strangest thing is, you see the wound starts to slowly knit back together.
Oh, fuck. All right.
So it's going to attempt to get you again. Hit, miss, hit. So you are 4 and 5. Let me make sure I'm not lying. Yep, 4 and a 5.
And it has to go on like physical stuff. Right?
Yes,
Okay,
but you can distribute it however you want.
I'm still down. It doesn't matter.
All right. So how down are you?
My dex is down to 0,
Mm-hmm.
and my strength is at. What did you say that I got hit with? What was the second one?
A 5.
My strength is at 0 too.
Okay. So yeah. So he's heavily wounded. He's severely wounded. It, like
I should have tried to roll away.
it looks around, and it looks at Rodney, or it looks at Bansar, snorts, and then it looks at Russian Guyevich. Okay, what are you guys doing?
Well, I
Give well,
go ahead.
before you do that, I would like for both of you to roll. Just make an intelligence roll. I really just want to see if you notice that it like heals itself a little bit.
Yeah, I rank that intelligence.
So just Wes made it.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, Wes, you notice that like places where it's been wounded, they're starting to knit up. Not like colossally. It's not like it's insta healing, but you could see it slowly, healing itself.
Commissar, I think we're going to need more firepower for this, as it seems to be healing from bullets.
Healing from
All right.
bullets.
Yes.
All right. So Rodney, what are you doing while he's relaying this information to you?
Healing from bullets. Well, in that case, draw my God-given sword. Have it, thee creature of hell!
All right. So Count Van Sar jumps in with his sword. It was a blade, right? Or was it a sword?
It was a sword.
All right.
2D plus 1.
All right. So you are trying to beat a 7.
Trying to beat a 7. All right. Seven.
That beats a 7, technically. So roll your damage.
8.
$2D plus 1.
Yeah, it was an 8.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
That's all right.
All right. You chop at it. It lets out a scream as more blood spatters everything. Russian Guyevich, what are you doing?
Let's see. Well, let's try praying to a computing god for holy hand grenade.
Oh, you're praying to the great god of galactology.
Yes.
What is your prayer?
Oh, great god of galactology, as filed in prayer number 676 of Form -B, I'm requesting a high-powered grenade, hopefully radioactive of type, to vaporize this evil. Yeah, pray for nuke.
You're praying for a nuke?
Well, a hand grenade. But if it's a hand grenade nuke, that would be okay.
Would
Either way.
So thine enemies might snuff it.
Yeah.
I just keep on thinking of Thunderwave.
Oh God, Thunderwave.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's going to be the same principle. Yes, you are granted a hand grenade. It starts printing in your hand. That's your turn. It turns toward Russian Guyevich. And you see like steam snort out of its snout. And it just tries to bowl you over into the wall of the church.
Oh God.
So it's just going to be one attack.
That's quite appropriate.
And it misses. So it charges after you, scrambles, slips in its own blood. It does like a woo, woo thing, it doesn't get anywhere. It is now Vansar's turn.
All right. I will hack at it.
The only right now, so at this point, the sun is down, and the only light in this church is from the votive candles. So long shadows coming from the tip end of the penis.
Sorry, just the way you said that, man.
Altered for you. For the people. All right. So what are you doing? I'm sorry. You have your sword.
Yeah, I'm going to take a slash.
Okay.
That is 9.
Okay, that hits.
All right. Ooh, that is 12 damage.
It goes down.
Guyevich, check on Scabius.
Us. I will be checking on Scabius.
Scabius Pip is in a bad way.
Scabius, pray to Almighty Competing God. Look, he granted me grenade. Such power. Grenade.
Yeah, he's out. He doesn't hear you. So while you're doing this, what are you doing? Yeah, so Guyevich is babbling about his new grenade to an unconscious person who is in a bad way. What are you doing, Vansar?
I am going to remove this bear man's head.
It's a good idea.
All right, so you approach the bear. Make an intelligence roll.
If the bear comes back to life and starts attacking, now we know that Steve just got fed with this.
That is a fail. I failed it by 6.
Okay, so you how are you trying to behead this bear?
Bring my sword of divine wrath down across the thinnest part of the neck.
Okay. You do not have to. You don't have to roll. The head comes off.
Ooh.
And you watch in horror as the head starts to reform.
Oh no!
You're standing in the flickering candlelight, and it's like being 3D printed in front of you, much like the way the sword and the grenade appear. And then you hear the first on the side of the church.
Fantastic.
And we'll leave it there.
Back. We're screwed. We are screwed.
Thank you guys for playing.
That was fun.
And good night to anybody who was listening.
Yes, and hopefully next week you'll have a poet to help you out. Because shit, you're gonna.
I don't know if he can help, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna say that there's always a way out of everything.